Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Neca Stoneheart Predator. Now, this is a big boy where I don't even have the framing, the proper framing to allow myself to review him. But yeah, this is a big boy. As you can see, my tiny boy is right there in the background. Stoneheart is a big boy, much like the gigantic Predator from the Predator movie before. Stoneheart was probably one of the first to do it. He ended up becoming a cyborg, fully cybernetic by the Borgia. In their video game, which in retrospect I really wish they would remaster it because that game was kind of awesome first time. But they would need to like fully upgrade that. But Neca did an excellent job of making this big bad boy, and he actually does. He has some moves, like he can move. But the sculpt on this is pretty immaculate, and I gotta say it was surprising that he had LEDs because I thought it would just be painted at the top, but there's actually a compartment up top. Where if I open it up, get some Frankenstein going on, you can see that it actually opens up. So let's talk about this big boy. I don't remember the game as well as I would like to, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But this is one of the, if not the final bosses, I believe. And if we turn him around, as you can see, he's been cyborged. You got that hydroelectricity there. We have our tubings, which go to our waist and to our arms, power our gauntlets. And we have cybernetics up top. One of the keynote things is that they actually cut off his hair, which I thought was pretty crazy. And it kind of looked like nodes. It's actually the hair being cut, but it's cool because it does fit the motif. And considering they're working off concept art and that this big boy really doesn't have that much kind of art like out there, it's pretty cool. We have our gauntlets on our hands. These are placement for our spikes, which we'll talk about in accessory wise. But articulation wise, this one is actually pretty cool because it feels a lot better. Like I really wish like a lot of the newer stuff coming out from them Predator wise, I hope it all continues to kind of feel like this, because articulation wise I'm very happy with. I don't feel like I'm going to break anything, which I'm very proud of that, because I have a tendency of breaking almost all my Neca Predators, which is why I buy 2 of them. So let's talk about this. Like articulation wise, look at that. There's no fear for me here as I'm out here in the streets. Like look at that. Like I had no problem with that. There is no hindrance of the articulation here. As you can see, I can rotate this guy just fine. We do have a double joint that rotates in. Our gauntlets are going to get a little in the way, but the double joint is indeed there. There is no bicep swivel, but you have a forearm swivel. We have a peg here on the hand that works horizontally, not vertically. Our gauntlets do move. They if yours are stuck, I do say that you should heat them up. Our head articulation is actually, see? But that didn't break. That's actually replaceable. So that's not broken. But as you can see, like I said, I'm a little rough on my figures. As you can see with our head articulation, we can go up and down. Let's actually get him in the frame. It's actually, like I said, it's pretty tough for me to get him all in frame because he's such a big boy. So we can go up and down. We can go left and go right. And we do have that jaunted movement. Now, as far as the waist area goes, right? As you can see here, we get a nice round movement that adds an extra bit to our articulation. As far as the legs go, like I said, I'm a big rough boy. So as you can see here, he can go outward. So that means the man's can bust the splits. As you can see, there's that ratchet joint to make sure that it's strong. There is a little bit of thigh swivel, but most importantly, it's there where it matters to rotate a little bit in and out. So you do lose out on that big body, but we do have a beautiful double joint here. And we do have foot pivot, so we can go backwards and we can go forwards, and we can rotate left and right, which is very important for articulation. I know some people are watching this like, this guy is crazy. Yes I am. Like there's no doubt about it. So as you can see, tilting this guy, getting a nice bit of articulation for pausing up. Look at that. Look at this. This looks fantastic on the pose. Like this is fantastic. I really love everything about this. It's one of those things that this is why I truly do enjoy Predator. Neca does an excellent job of sculpting out, and now lately hitting that articulation point for our Predators, where they just look utterly fantastic doing Predator stuff. So I'm here for it. When we talk about the LED, which we can say it's an accessory because it technically is. Like I said, we are going to pull. Oh, I did not expect that. That's because, okay, when you open that up, if your tab is left in, you got to be very careful, like that clear tab. So let's pop our batteries back in, because they actually all fell right in front of me, which is very convenient. Normally it doesn't do that. They fly out over the floor, and I have to pause the video. So this actually worked out in our favor today. I'm gonna grab this last battery, slide it across my table, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop it in. There we go. And we're gonna light this bad boy up. And as we can see here, those light up nodes are very, very powerful. They work really, really good. We're gonna pop this back on. Look at that. That is very bright. In my photos, I had to like figure out a way to kind of tone that down just a tad bit. But I really, really like these. Ooh, I am clumsy today. So yeah, I'm here for it. I thought that was a great addition to it, especially because it definitely surprised me. And then for our mandibles, accessory wise, we can actually just pull these out. Pull, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We see our inner jaw remains the same, but our mandibles on the side can be replaced with open ones. So we can actually look really cool with our open mouth mandible. And I thought this was a great idea instead of just giving it another head. I thought this was excellent. Excellent. Get my Mr. Burns on. Look at this. This is fantastic. So Stoneheart is, in my book, one of the better predators ever released, if not one of the best. Like I said, he can pose, he can hold said pose, he's big and he's imposing, and he looks fantastic doing it. And LEDs, right? LEDs. Can't go wrong with that. But also, like I said, he doesn't come with much, but he comes with enough to make you super excited. So you will get these alternative closed fists, which I said, we have our Wolverine knuckles, our Kamakutas, right? Our little sliced gauntlets. But just to add an effect onto Stoneheart, right? You will actually get 4 of these, 2 for each gauntlet, right? And for an example, like I said, I'm gonna just slice these on. Slice these on. I don't know why I said that. And as you can see, it slid right in with no issues. If you're having any sort of issues, like I said, you could just heat up your gauntlet, make your plastic soft. But look at this. Like, this looks really, really cool. I'm having a good time with him. I really can say, like, I'm having a fantastic time with him. The LED was a surprise. This is something that I was pleasantly surprised by. Shout out to my boy Adam, who picked it up from Zap Comics for me out in Jersey. I appreciate you because you were making your trip here. You really made this worth it for me, dog. Like, I knew I was going to be excited with this, but you made it 100% better. So I appreciate you. So with all of that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand this guy straight up off screen, and we're going to jump into a size comparison, show you just how gigantic this guy really is, for real. So I'll see you guys in a second. So now that we have our big boy ruling the camp, I'm trying to zoom out a little bit so you can just see just how big he is, even compared to the little cats, right? So first things first, comparison wise, I figured we'd do Scarface first. So we do Scarface Predator on our old body. Scarface is big. Like, he's not a small guy. He still looks tiny compared to Stoneheart. I really do hope that we get a new Scarface with like that updated plastic and that updated body, because I love Scarface. I reviewed him, and it's crazy too because I only got him with the help of people, and that's why I always say, like, one of the great things about getting help from people is that you can go back at times like this and realize like people really like came through, and you gotta appreciate that kind of stuff. It makes you, you know, want to pass the love forward. So even without Scarface, not to just keep changing the subject, but even without Scarface, if we did like the Mad Predator, right? As you can see, Mad Predator is even smaller. Scarface is actually a really big predator, as they use that older body, and you can see that the Mad Predator from the AVP stuff is even smaller. So look how crazy that is. Like, this is wild how comparison wise it's pretty crazy, right? So let's take these two guys away, and then we can compare it to the Armored Assassin. And this guy has a little bit of an advantage because he has the heels, right? But even still, Stoneheart kind of is up there with him. So Stoneheart definitely has some height to him. Definitely. I love it. I love this. Oh, people don't know how much I love Predator, yo. It's the whole Alien and Predator franchise has just been so much fun in the comic book format for me that there's been so many excellent stories to tell. It's been fantastic. Here we are with a Neca alien. This one is the Razer Claw alien, in case you don't know. This is from the arcade as well. This is one of my favorite aliens. Like, I just love the colorway, and I love the Razer Claws. So he's not going to stand right now. because I've had him in a crazy pose before. But yeah, and then we get to do the human type stuff, which, like I said, is wild, because even if I compare some of my bigger stuff, which is gonna be like Mythic Legions, right? This is a Mythic Legions half giant, still tiny compared to Stoneheart. We can do one of my Mythic Legions bodies, right? Again, tiny dude compared to Stoneheart. Nobody's topping this guy right now that I have in terms of height other than Armored Assassin. And it's crazy to even say that, because it's just wild. And oh my god, for those of you, there are some people over in China who have like the Warrior Predator. I'm so jealous because it looks so good. If I can get my hands on that, it's a wrap. Like, I really am looking forward to that. It's been a while since I've had some new Predators, and I'm super excited. And I saw some people had him, so I would love that. Here we are with a Mezco Me on a Gomez body, looking completely and utterly tiny next to Stoneheart. Here we are with a Valaverse Army Builder. I want to review this one, but I just feel like I am running you guys ragged on that. But I'm going to take some cool pictures. Right? Then, actually, no. I'm going to do it anyway, because I want to enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to do. Here we are with an Articulated Icons Ninja, looking extremely tiny. And then we have my main man, Kamen Rider Kuga, who you know is super duper tiny. Over here in the corner, looking super duper tiny. I don't even think he's barely making it on screen. This is wild for Stoneheart, right? Let's take these guys away. And next I can do a Marvel Legend, and I can do a G.I. Joe. And you can just see, like, it's a crazy time, right? So here we are with Storm Shadow. And then Marvel Legends wise, let's do our main man, Spider-Man from Renew Your Vows. Yeah, man, like, you get the idea. He's a big boy. He rules the camp. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the photos at the end. Gonna have Stoneheart rampaging, doing all that good, jolly good stuff. Rampaging in these streets as he beats up like military personnel and stuff like that. Probably have him fight a ninja too. You never know, right? But for real, again, I've stated in a few videos, because I don't know what kind of order it's gonna be in. I do want to express my absolute gratitude for all of the people who have been coming and subscribing, trying to help me hit 100K before the end of the year. It has been something that has been a dream of mine to have this plaque for a while. And I've been doing this for a while. And it's probably one of the things that I really want and I'm really willing to ask for help on. Because it does mean a lot to me. It shows that doing all of this means something to both me and to you. Because without you guys, I wouldn't really be here doing it. Like, there's a lot of people who come to conventions and show a lot of love. And that's really one of the things that keep me going. Because it's always great to know that there's a small story out there where I've helped people. It's been really fantastic. It really has. So, without me getting all sentimental and teary-eyed, I just want to say thank you, for real. I appreciate all of you. And as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later. Hey, guys. So I'm adding this in at the end because I did not know this was a thing until way after I already reviewed it, and I was in the middle of 2 other sets. But there actually is another LED. It's actually right here in the right turbine. And I didn't notice it because it was just so well hidden. But you actually just lift out. There's a tab here for another LED. You have to be careful taking this tab out because your batteries will come flying out. Right? Pop that back in. And as you can see with our light switch, our LED is really, really bright. And I just want to make sure I took it because it also, and I remember I mentioned this in the video, I wish this turned on, and it does. This is genius. Yeah, so now you guys know. I messed up during the video. Did not know this was a thing until way after. So expect some new pictures at the end because I actually had finished this set. But I want to make sure I add this in. And I hope you guys enjoy. Later.